Hey everyone, welcome back to Life After Neverland, and we're talking about Supernatural. It's season 15, episode 3, and this episode is called Rapture. And Rapture it was, absolutely. So the episode starts out with Cass, Sam, Dean, and Rowena heading over to, I forgot about Balfadork. And so they're heading out to a crypt where they're going to have a ghost-free space where Rowena can cast a spell in which she can make sure that all of those souls are tidied up back into hell, right where they belong. However, she ultimately finds out through some visions as she's casting the spell that everyone is going to die and there's absolutely no hope. So now what to do? Dean is pissed and Sam is trying to rationalize everything like he always does. And then you have Balfadork heading off into God knows where, okay? I keep saying that. Chuck knows where. We should say that. Castiel's thinking the same thing I am, like, where the hey are you going? And then he comes up with this grandiose idea saying that it's just a little baby tear and it can be mended up. I've got a new idea. The new idea is Lilith has a crook. Something along those lines. It basically looks like a shepherd's cane. And that shepherd's cane can suck in all of the souls and all will be well again. Now you might wonder, what the heck is Lilith's crook? Well, basically this cane sucks in all of the souls, which she had used before when she was in her reign, to keep all of her minions, I guess, under her arm. You know what I mean? Like, do what I say, and if you don't, I'm going to whoop you into shape. So basically that's what that is. And I guess it retrieves, all of these demons, and then it'll take them right back home. Lickety-split, just like that, by sounding the horn. But everybody has to split off in different ways. So Sam stays with Rowena so they can work on a spell. Dean holds the fort. He's like the manpower. He's going to block all the demons and risk his life in the process of Balfadork and Cass heading over to hell, in which Dean delegated Cass to do without even one thought, which was really cold and rude. So Cass goes down there with Balfadork down in hell, and everything is quiet. Nothing's really going on down there. And, this is where they have to retrieve this crook. And Cass is definitely questioning Balfadork, and Balfadork is being a cocky you-know-what to Cass and pulling shenanigans. And it's obvious. It's so obvious that he's so untrustworthy, right? And so they get to where the crook is located, and they find this random dude who's trying to clean out the place, a demon, and Cass eliminates him immediately. And so then they get into where the crook is being held, and it is only able to be released if you sing Enochian. And so there's just this weird moment with Cass and Balfadork where he's making him sing, and then he's just basically teasing Cass and sort of being, I think, a bully. Okay, I do. I think he's being a bully. And it pans over to Ketch, and you see Ketch in the hospital. And then all of a sudden this, what the heck's this girl's name? Ardette shows up, and Ketch mentioned her in the last episode. Ardette has it out for Balfadork, and she sees red. She wants him dead. She wants him gone. And she knows something about him. She knows that he is a monster. And no one else is realizing that he actually is. Okay? And she's kind of a monster herself. So she takes Ketch's heart and she legit rips it out of his chest. And then she just lets him kind of dangle there, literally by an artery or something. And then yanks it out, and boom, there goes Ketch. Not feeling bad because I don't really like Ketch anyway, but that was freaking brutal. That was freaking brutal. Really? She had to do it just like that? You know what I'm saying? But I guess she is a demon too. So she meets up with Cass and Balfador, and she's basically calling Balfador out, and her and Castiel get in a scuffle. And the thing that I thought was really annoying was, because I see this in lots of scary movies and I always get really frustrated, she punched Balfador, and then Cass intercepted that fight, and then her and Cass started fighting. And while her and Cass are fighting, obviously Balfador is gonna come to and come after her, right? And so she's sitting here trying to explain while she's fighting with Cass who Balthador actually is. And like, you're taking all this time to do that. Balthador is coming too, and poof, there she goes. She's gone. So Cass comes to the realization that what she said is true. Balthador is trying to take all of those souls from the crook, take them into himself, and be all powerful. Since God is on vacation, basically he wants to take advantage of that, and he is the monster, and he did want to take over the world. And so here you go, this I keep forgetting your name, Ardette. This Ardette is now dead. She's dead. I was excited about her. Even though she was brutal, I was excited about her calling out Balthador and everybody coming to the realization of who he was. And it all just happened like that. And then she was gone. And she was BA. She was BA, and she was scary. So now the next couple of things end up happening. Cass ends up killing Balthador, and then he has to make the decision to get rid of his body, his vessel, which ultimately means what? Jack's vessel is gone. So now Balthador is gone. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. But now can Jack ever be again? And I mean, that Balthador thing did happen really quick. Look, I wanted him to go, but I didn't want him to go that fast. So there's two really interesting stories going on there that they just started, but then like threw in the garbage, like immediately. I don't understand what is going on. And now Jack, is there absolutely no hope for him to come back at all? Okay, so it just keeps getting better and better. So then we find out that Rowena, she stabs herself, and she gets rid of her last I think she calls it her resurrection sacket. I cannot even say that. Okay. Her last resurrection sacket. Sachet. I cannot say that. Her last resurrection sachet. How did she say that? Because I can't say it at all. And she had to say it with an accent. I don't think that's her natural accent. Anyways. And so now she's going to sacrifice herself. She's going to pull all those souls into her own body and then throw herself into hell, and it's all done and over for Rowena. And Sam is the one that has to ignite that whole situation, just like Death said Sam would, and that's how it went down. I guess that's how it had to go down. And yeah, so now there's no more Rowena. There's no more Rowena. She's gone too. I mean, she saved everybody, so, okay. It was very Shakespearean, I guess. And then, what upset me even more was that Dean is taking everything out on Castiel because he lost his mom, because of the decision that Jack ultimately made. And for me, I don't really understand how it's 100% Castiel's fault. I don't know why he's taking it out on Castiel so harshly. I mean, I can understand why Dean would be that way, but Castiel has always been Dean's person, you know, the person he always really cared for deeply, like his very dear friend, and he's just pushing Cass off like that, like this can't be resolved. And then he was also pissed about Rowena, so like, who's more important, Rowena or Cass? So you just lost Rowena. Now you're kicking Cass off, and then Cass is leaving now? Like, Cass is going away? Like, I love Cass. Like, I love seeing Cass. I love episodes that Cass is in. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this episode. I mean, I think it was jam-packed with action and interesting content, but we lost a ton of people, and now what? That's all I have to say is now what? So what do you guys think? Do you like the fact that Dean is being so harsh with Castiel? Do you wish that they had kept Balthador around a little bit longer? Are you upset by the fact that Rowena is now completely gone? I'm sure everybody's crying because Ketch is gone, but like, what the I have a question mark. So I'm going to wrap this up right now and just let you know that I'm nervous about season 15. I guess I'm just going to go watch the next episode and see what they are trying to do with my boys. Okay? So you guys, sayonara. Have a lovely Thanksgiving week. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys watching, and God bless.